Could Voya Nui really float? Part of what made the island of Voya Nui unique in the Bionicle storyline was its nature as a floating island, a part of the Matoran universe wrenched free in the Great Cataclysm and left drifting in the endless ocean of Aquamagna. But is a floating island really possible? Objects float or sink in liquids depending on their densities relative to that liquid. If they are less dense, then the buoyant force from the water is larger than the force of their weight under gravity, and so they float. If they are denser, then the buoyant force is smaller than their weight, and therefore they sink. Objects like boats are able to float despite being built out of dense materials like metals because they are hollow, containing a large amount of air within their overall volume. This lowers the average density of the boat to below that of the water, allowing them to float. This principle works for any material, including stone. For example, certain volcanic rocks like pumice contain large amounts of air bubbles within their structure, allowing these stones to actually float on water. Voya Nui is riddled with caves and caverns, from the Cavern of Life where the Igniker is held, to the Nui caves that make up much of the subsurface, so it should work the same way here. Let's assume that the rock of the island has the same average density as granite, 2,650 kilograms per meter cubed, and that the densities of the air and salt water on Aquamagna are the same as on Earth, 1.225 kilograms per meter cubed and 1,029 kilograms per meter cubed respectively. What ratio of rock to air would the island need in order to float? Running the numbers, Voya Nui would need to be made up of a maximum of 38% rock in order to have a lower average density than seawater and therefore float on the ocean, with the air-filled caves taking up the remaining 62% of the island's volume. That is a vast network of caves, but one that fits within the canon and allows us to definitively answer the question of,